I need a short drip. I need a filter. The hell? Hello, 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 everyone. Hello. It's Friday night. I didn't get paid, so I can't even sing that part of the song. Hi, Mary. Hi, Carla. I'm doing my monthly live. Hi, Nurse Quet. Nurse Q. Nurse Q. Hello, Gary. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. What is up? Can you hit the like button on your way in? Hello, hello, hello. Can everyone hear me? I got my head on a swivel because I'm outside. I'm in a parking lot. So, you got to keep your head on a swivel. You can't. Let me lock my door. Hi, Della. You never know if somebody going. Oh, thank you, Della. You never know if somebody going to run up on you. All right, I'm going to pay attention. Hello, hello, hello. What is everyone up to? It's Friday night. It's Friday night, honey. What are you going to do? Is anyone going out and about on this Friday night? Are you out? I always say I end up going. Hi, Tony. Thank you. I end up going live when I'm out, when I'm not home, because as soon as I get home, I'm like, ugh, I don't feel like going live. Hope you're having a good night. I am. I had a nice little nap after work. Beautiful nap. Ooh, that was a good nap. That was a good nap, honey. Hey, Wanda. Thank you. Wanda, I put big plaits in this one. I didn't feel like braiding my hair worth nothing. I really gotta find somebody to wash and do press my hair between my braids. I just can't do it no more. I love a good nap. I always sit in my car. I love my car. I would live in this car if I could. When I look at van life, I'm like, y'all really might be on to something. No, the only thing I wouldn't be able to do with van life is if I had to use the bathroom. I hate public. Yeah, I did this, Wanda. I hate public bathrooms. I did this because I had to go. My hair looked a mess the other day, but I had to go and teach, and I ain't have time to do my hair. They stared at my hair the whole time. I was like, could y'all stop? I know what y'all doing. Stop looking at the top of my head. Stop it. I know it looks fucked up. Ah, you could build the toilet inside the van. What about a shower? No, I've seen that. I've seen that. I would have to have a toilet in the van. And not a bucket. Because I've seen some of these van life people with buckets. I can't do no bucket. I need a bathroom. I'm saying. Unifer, I can just barely listen to black women just cussing me. Huh? Girl, what are you talking about? I mean, I can turn up now. Don't ever think I can't. I can definitely turn up. You know what? People really just be in their house waiting to troll. Just jumping on random lives to come and troll. That shit is so corny. It's a huge no on the bucket. I'm not doing the bucket. I've seen some of them use a bucket and cat litter. I'm not doing that. Hi, Evelyn. I'm not doing that. Don't you come in here with that 6-7 shit. Don't you? I hear that enough. Don't you do it. Hi, Ken. No, don't. Whoop de doo. Whoop de doo. A Home Depot bucket, Richard. Where I'ma dump it at? I know, Tone. Sometimes I gotta cuss him out though. Whoop de doo. Okay, here we go with that. Oh, sorry, y'all. Come on. Oh, y'all, sorry. Hold on. Whoop de doo. Bye. Hold on, y'all. Okay, he gone. Whoop de's gone. Whoop de doo. Brian, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Girl, these chats are always, I mean, hey, Waffle, these chats are always crazy. That's why I don't really go live like that, because I can't be bothered. I don't go live like that. I hardly ever go live on TikTok. They worse over there. It's not even, TikTok is not, they don't have too many trolls in there. TikTok is really more like they just don't even stop to say what up or nothing like that. They just keep rolling by. So if I'm on TikTok live, it's because I'm selling something. That's it. Occasionally, I might battle somebody just because I'm like, okay, you want to battle? You want to battle? I'll battle you. But other than that, it be the trolls over here. It's not even worth my time, honestly. Right? I'm telling you, Rhonda. It's like, you on TikTok, you really got to put in the time. You really got to put the time in on TikTok to build any type of following over there. They don't even stay 5 seconds to see if you breathing or not. Good night, Tone. It's 3 a.m. Oh my Lord. Good night. So no, I don't go to TikTok unless I'm in the mood to sell something. And that's it, and that's all. You click to invite someone to your channel on TikTok to battle. Oh, Wanda, I could barely tell you. I haven't done it in so long, but it's down at the bottom. It's down at the bottom. You click. I can't lie. Just go on YouTube and put in how to battle on TikTok, and you'll find somebody that's going to teach you how to battle on TikTok. Because they just showed me, like a few months ago when I was on there, how to make the sounds, how to battle somebody. But when I'm battling somebody, I can never figure out how to get them off my screen. And I always end up battling somebody from another country. Thank you, Mary. Let me say, I'm not even, I'm just not even putting a lot of effort into TikTok anymore because from what I understand, it's going to be, TikTok is leaving as we know it because they're not going to sell it to the government. and then they're going to create a new TikTok, I'm going to erase it right off of my phone. That's going to be a wrap. Amcom posted recordings of Brian, and then he posted them of her. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. But you also know they were working together, right? They were working together. Turn the light back on. They were working together, and she when she released those recordings, they was like, he was like, yeah, yeah, go ahead and talk bad about me, but not too much. They were working together to make money. You'll find a lot of creators do that. They will be like, let's create some drama so we can get some views and we can get some momentum. So they definitely was working together. Hi, Lakeisha. Please pray for my sister. Her husband went to church Saturday night and did not wake up Sunday morning. My God, today. 2025 has been, death angels have been all around me. Well, not me personally. I mean, but people that I know. I had two funerals that I could have went to. No, one today and one Saturday. I had like three. I've a lot of people pass away. A lot this year, like over 5. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Hi HM. Hi E. So, oh God, Ian, and you have a small ding dong. I mean, we all know that. We all know that, Ian. And I feel bad for you because nobody's gonna like. Nobody's gonna like you. You're never gonna find anybody because they're not gonna be dealing with that ding dong, honey. Okay, Frandy, you keep on trolling. If that's your life's power and nothing, and what you got to do in your life, then you troll on, honey. Keep on trolling. I mean, you're going to keep getting cussed out, and some people that you troll, they have like a spirit of, I'm going to get you back. And then they're going to click on your avatar. Then they're going to try to figure out where you are. And some people are really good at that. And then they're going to find out exactly who you are. And then the shit going to get ugly. So you control. Death always comes in threes. That's true. You control, but just know when you troll that you're going to run up on somebody who got time to fuck with you today. And they're going to figure out who you are. I hope today's live finds you in good mental health. Oh my God. So you just got out the hospital? I hate hospitals. Well, wait a minute, y'all. If y'all been following me long enough, y'all know that I go to the hospital to have dinner sometimes. My hospital by my house got real chefs. And baby, they can cook. They can cook. I go to the hospital to have, and then on, I think it's Tuesday night, they have senior night. And I just be in there with all them old people. And we just be eating and talking and cackling. You sure do. Today when I was at Gordon's food service, they had rotisserie chicken for $3. $3. That's cheap. And make your chicken salad tomorrow. Ooh, enjoy it. Yeah, ours is $5. Who ready to meet their maker? Girl, no, you're not. I want to go to heaven, but none of them want. Oh, girl, Frandy, call your therapist, honey. See how Moon Witch is. Now, Moon Witch, I could click on your name, and then I can run your shit and figure out exactly who you are. Don't do that to yourself. Okay, but why in the world are we still giving the greedy Whittakers a platform? Because we ain't got shit else to talk about. Because we don't have anything. It's trending. As a content creator, we want trending topics. We want to, people, as long as people want to watch, then we're going to make videos. That's just what it is. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, When I'm over it, I'm over it. And I just don't even talk about it no more. It's not that serious to me. I've been in other sectors where I'm in there for a month or two or three or five or a year, and then I just go and disappear. That has lobster legs. Mm. I don't like casino food. I mean, it depends on the casino, but I don't really be going to the casino to eat like that. You know what I mean? Wait, is there a Charlie Kirk Halloween mask? I knew you ignorant motherfuckers was gonna do that shit. Stupid asses. Oh, woo! So ridiculous. Nobody cares about anybody's feelings. $30 per person, that's not bad. That's not bad. And if it's lobster on there, that's good. Oh, Lord, y'all. Frandy is telling us something. If Jesus calls you home tonight and wait a minute now, and he gave you a choice, you more time here on earth or take, huh? What's RN right now? Or take you in right now? Absolutely is your. Oh, okay, Franny. Good. Okay. So you saying if I die right now and I get up to heaven and the Lord says to me, you can stay here in heaven or you could go back down to earth. I'm going to ask the Lord if I can look around first and see what is giving. And then if it's like, it's kind of lit up here, I see a lot of people I know, I might just go ahead and stay in heaven. What? Girl, I'm a whole child. Oh, God. Bye, Alex. Bye, Alex. Goodbye. Because, honey, I don't know what I might say for your little baby ears. Frandy, that's my answer. That's my answer. I gotta really look at, because you know what? It's crazy that Frandy, that you in here. Who was that who asked me about heaven? I just wrote, okay, Frandy. I just wrote a video that I'm gonna do on another channel about Christianity and black people and Christianity. I wrote it all out. Like I know what I want to say and what I want to talk about. But yeah. It's funny you're in here. Is she drinking that baby blood like the, oh God. The pedal would, what? Oh wait. HM, I don't know what you talk about. Little Debbie, oh my God. It's like, why do you bother me? This is why I don't go live. Because I really be out here trying not to cuss. Chris Jenner, Chris look good. Chris done been over to Colombia and got all that work done on her face. I don't know how she might look in real life because I promise you, like, you see people in real life, it's like, ugh, ugh, ugh. I don't know how she looking in real life, but she look good on camera. Plus, she got a younger man. Like, I can never be in a position where I got this young man and I feel like I got to keep up with him. Like, I'm in my 50s. Would I date a guy in their 30s? Hell, wait a minute now. Let me think about that. No. Wait a minute now. The quiet one says, if God takes me, I wouldn't leave him to return to this wicked world. Me, I don't think so, quiet. Me either. I do want to look around heaven first. I want to look around heaven first. Because you know, if you're a Christian, God is a forgiving God. So what if we go up there and Hitler is sitting up in there chilling? I want to be in a heaven where there's a Hitler. Think about that. There's rumors about child sacrifices these people do to suck their youth out. Oh, God. Ugh. If it's your choice. Okay, Frandy got another question for us. Better yet, if it's your choice, win the Powerball, which is what, 5 million, or 1 minute in heaven, as if Jesus is asking you, honest answer. What's 1 minute in heaven gonna do for me? I'm taking the money. 50 something, Richard, honey. 50 something, baby. Franny, I'm greedy. I want money. I need the moolah. I need all the coins. All of them. What church did I go to? Do I go to? A Christian church. But you know, most of the world is Muslim. Most of the world is not Christians. I'm going to be talking about Christianity as soon as I have a time to record that video. Because a lot of people move as Christians and they do some really wicked things. And that's true for any religion. Any religion. But religion itself, probably one of the best courses that I took in college was Religions of the World. Because before going to college, I didn't know about any other religions except the one that I practiced through my community, through my family, and they were Christians and Baptists. But until I went to college and learned about other religions of the world, and then at one time, it was this cute Muslim man that liked me, and I was like, I might be able to switch over. No, I'm just playing. But Religions of the World, years ago, my palm has itched all day. So I played the lottery tonight, and oh, girl, I'll be in Atlantic City all day tomorrow. I wish this hand better start to scratch it. It's a human construct to make sense of what cannot make sense. Of course, Down syndrome, Jesus. Not Down syndrome. You know what, you playing with the Lord. I'm about to block you. Why die for a minute? I would need that money. I need that money. I need all of it. Time exists here on earth. Do you think it's the same in heaven? I mean, I knew that's what you were getting at, but I wasn't even going to try to question that. No, I don't know. You don't know either. We don't even know if it's really a heaven. You know that most people that practice any type of religion don't believe in Christianity? So it's a small percentage of the world. I remember when I was in Sunday school, I started questioning Noah. I was like, that don't even make sense. How in the hell did he get every species of animal on that boat? That don't make sense. And my Sunday school teacher looked at me and she was like, that's blasphemy. You don't question the Bible. I'm like, girl, you know it don't make sense either. You got to have faith of a mustard seed. You got to have the faith of a mustard seed. And then, you know, with all the evil in the world, explain evil in the world when you have all of these religions. Explain how evil people are. Well, I can tell you that it's because of their mind. I study the brain. Remember that. I studied the brain and I know how people act and respond to things. People, child. A lot of people couldn't do real mental health clinician work because you're sitting across from people who are going to say the weirdest, oddest shit, and you're trying to get them to see like their behavior is going to send them to prison. You better get on your knees and pray for forgiveness, young lady. Forgiveness for what, John? Question in the Bible? Come on now, man. Question in the Bible? Andy, I agree with that. Something, yeah. In your lifetime. Monopoly? Shit, I'm playing Monopoly now through McDonald's. The hell you talking about? I'm playing Monopoly right now, baby. Oh, I'm so glad the Monopoly game is like on the app now, and we ain't got to peel them off and then tape them to that little Monopoly board. But anyway, let me go back and read Franny. You play Monopoly in your lifetime. Imagine money. Yeah, Monopoly. Yup, I'll be in Atlantic City tomorrow. Yup. The original Monopoly. And you traded it instead of 1 minute in heaven with your creator to spend time with him. And he gives us time. How you know God is a man? Just like that. Just like it don't make sense that a man parted the Red Sea. You know that. I mean, a lot of it, you got to have the faith of a mustard seed. That's all I'm saying. That's what we were taught, right? That's what we were taught. Free Palestine? Is Palestine in Africa, or are they still claiming to be in the Middle East? The Middle East is Africa. That's why I can't get with none of them. Hi, RL. I'm the last chat y'all want to be talking about religion with. Honestly. The last chat. Because I am not about to argue about religion. Especially the state of the world. Especially the state of the world. And where the world is right now. And ew. And people are doing the things that they're doing and saying it's because of religious reasons. Nah. What's the first rule of Fight Club? I have no idea what you're talking about, HM, honey. I don't fight. I don't fight, honey. I don't fight. People like to pop their shit, but then when you pop them, they want to call the cops. Ah! Lydia, we are in a very sad state of affairs. We are in a very sad state of affairs. And a lot of people, I was just listening to a famous psychologist, and he was just talking about how religion has never been a hindrance for bad behavior in people. Talking about, segregation, immigration, slavery. During all of those times, um, during the reign of Hitler, those people are all religious. They were all religious. So religion has never changed the evil of people. And they continue to act out in an evil way, although religion tells them to love your neighbor as yourself and do good upon other people. And they still will do evil things. Oh, is it? HM, I don't watch movies. It's never good to assume. I believe God is a woman because ladies give us life, carry life, and love abundantly. I don't know. Now, history is written by the victors. Exactly. About Louisiana arresting Hamas militant who took part in October 7th and got to the States under fabricated documents. I don't know anything about it. I know that immigrants that cross the border aren't bringing in tons of fentanyl and cocaine and opiates, that the families that we see crossing the borders aren't the ones bringing in those drugs. And I know that the United States is in an epidemic, an opiate epidemic, and to blame immigrants for that is ridiculous. They ain't carrying that much shit. They justify their behavior through religion, and then tell the people that they're taken advantage of. Good evening, Kathy. That it's their religious right to do that. Hi, Alabama. We need to be worried about China is doing right now. China is kicking our asses in so many different ways people don't even understand. I can't talk about the Chinese because I work for multiple Chinese companies. Leave my Chinese bosses alone. China is tearing us up. We get so much stuff for China, like they said, like when they were like with all the tariffs and all of that, and China was like, "Who gives a fuck? Like we got so much money we making. Are you crazy? Who cares? We've been getting over on y'all for years. Cartels are evil. Cartels are horrible. Why do you think some of them people is crossing that border? They crossing that border because if they stay in certain parts of Mexico, I mean they ain't just shooting you. I mean they ruthless. They are ruthless. So hell yeah, nah. I was just talking to I can't say because somebody might be on here, but they're ruthless. People are fleeing countries because they're not just trying to come to America just because they want to go to McDonald's and shit. They come into America because they are fleeing death and torture. They're bringing fentanyl, but that's not the main story. There are thousands of militants come through the southern border. It's all according to the Homeland Security estimates. They're not, but Sean, most of those families that are coming over the border are not bringing fentanyl. Fentanyl is coming into this country on big ships and airplanes. If you know anybody who use drugs, it's a large supply of drugs coming into our country. It's got to be coming in through water and air because it's too much of the shit. And if they make it in here, in which they usually are not, it's coming from other countries. China needed the U.S. to save their assets in WW2. Child, that was years ago. They over that shit. China don't recover from that. I mean, when Japan was fucking their shit up, China recovered from all of that. China's doing very well. People are moving to China. China's doing. China's economy is great. The Mexican cartel, hell yeah, the same way in Haiti. Haiti is horrible. 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 You put out a video saying Betty has been granted because that's what I heard, Blue. I didn't post Brian. Brian said that. I just didn't post his clip, honestly, because I just didn't feel like it. But Brian said that. Now, the thumbnail might have looked like it was definitely going to happen, but according to not Brian, yeah, Brian. According to Brian, it is scheduled to happen. It's scheduled, Bob, and so is your mother. So is your mother. So that's why I wrote it like that. Anyone want to be moved to China to eat dogs and cats? Dogs and cats are good. You put the right sauce on them. Ah! Dogs and cats are delicious. If you lived in China and that was what is available, then that's what you're going to eat. I do a whole lecture about this. You're going to eat what is in your environment. Some of the things that we eat in the States, other countries would never consider it. They wouldn't eat the shit that we eat. There are like 20 things in our marketplace, more than 20, that other countries don't allow in their market because they're bad for you. They're disgusting. What we eat and what's in our marketplace is absolutely disgusting in comparison to what other countries, not, I'm talking about developed countries like Canada and other Europe, other developed countries, that make it, that are as rich as we are. They don't allow the foods that we eat into their marketplace. Girl, let me go back. I'm behind in my Blue. Yeah, I did. It's a thumbnail, honey. How long have you been on on YouTube? YouTube encourages us to do clickbait. They show us how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Jersey in the house. Jersey in the house. It's clickbait. Let me tell you something. I used to be worse with clickbait. I used to be a clickbaiting bitch. But I chilled with that. When I'm doing a little bit more serious topics and I know people gonna be like, bitch, I don't go crazy with the clickbait, but I was a clickbaiting bitch. But if you know, it is what it is. I ain't just make it up. Brian did say that. I just didn't clip him into the video. To beat America at everything we do, they are preparing for war with the U.S. Child, but bring it on, shit. Demolition Man. I'm tired. Freddie, I missed your comment. I'm sorry. Repost it. What do you think about Israel, Palestine? I don't think about them. I don't. Sean, I'm sorry. I don't. You know why I don't? Because I just don't. It's like a never ending war in the Middle East, which is really Africa. And that irritates me that they won't say they're African. So, based in that, I don't think about them. And I think the only reason why United States thinks about them is because of their oil and their gas. Other than that, they wouldn't care. Just like they don't care about countries in Africa that have been in war for centuries. Nobody cares because they don't have any value, any worth that the United States could use or any other country. So nobody gives a fuck that they've been fighting for centuries and killing babies, women, and everyone else in the Congo and other places in Africa. So I don't think about Israel and Palestine. I don't. No, Frankie, I'm not going back to you. Don't run shit over here. I'm trolling you. I'm tired of you. You're out of here. You just made me mad. See how I am? Now you're gone. I was being nice to you, but the fuck you think you're gonna come over here and tell me what to do? Thank you, Josh. If we just mind our business, we'll be in a better place, wouldn't we? Now, wait a minute now. That's why we got the United Nations. Now, if a country is going through something and we can help your neighbor and support and do all of that, I don't have no problem with that. None. But I'm not getting in the middle of your war. I'm just not. It's sad, but there is no saving Africa. Africa is beautiful. There's so many countries in Africa. Africa is beautiful. Africa is beautiful. There are many countries in Africa that are absolutely beautiful. But that part of Africa, the Middle East, they've been doing that for. If all their oil dried up, and all their gas or whatever we get from them, we wouldn't even be concerned about what was going on. The people get nothing. It's the same way you go. I mean, if I travel to the Caribbean all the time, I hate parts of the the Caribbean because you have these big, beautiful resorts, but the people outside of the resorts and the cruise ports have nothing. They literally have nothing. And millions of dollars are going into those islands, and the people have nothing. So stupid. You know? Your mom got serious health problems. She had. I ain't gonna say it. Many fucking homeless we got here in the U.S. got to worry about these bastards in whole different countries. Go to Washington, D.C., where all the congressmen, and when they decide to go to work, homeless people sleep right outside of the fence of the White House. They've been doing that for years. The homelessness in Washington, they can't say that they don't see the homelessness. It's literally right there. It's right outside the White House. It's right outside Congress where they meet. It's right there. They literally got to step over them to get the. Venezuela, guess which country has the biggest oil reserve? It's all about that. It's all about that. Could y'all hit the like button, please? LA is horrifying. I guess. You know, if you in certain parts of LA is wealthy. But I mean, if you going down, where the homeless people are, you literally can be on this street is homeless and desperate, and then you go over there and you got a Gucci store. Immigrants are destroying countries we call home. If it can't integrate, then get the fuck out. That's stupid, Josh. That is just the stupidest shit you said all day. Skid Row, yeah, HM, I know what you mean. Josh, that's dumb. I promise you that's dumb. I promise you that's dumb. One day you'll figure it out. Oh my God. Go to Philly. Ugh. Go to Philly. Go to certain parts of Philly. Horrible. Horrible. Fentanyl is eating people alive. It's eating them from the inside out. All going to shit. Josh. Okay, honey. Okay. All right. Okay. People being stabbed and raped and killed by these illegal immigrants. That don't even sound. Josh, you believe in the hype? You believe in that? The last few times I watched the news, it was not illegal immigrants doing all that. Don't believe that shit. Do not believe that bullshit. It's just not true. Hi, Lydia. Oh, Lydia, I'm keeping it real. It's just Kensington. That's what I'm talking about, HM. Kensington is horrific. Ask the people in Kensington where they from. They ain't from Philly. They go to Kensington just because they know they can live on the street and get high. Openly get high. Go on Kensington Live. They got 5 cameras on. The police have 5 cameras all up and down Kensington, and you can watch people get high, get assaulted, overdose, get high. I mean, the men, because they don't burnt out all of their veins, they're pulling out their penises and sticking needles in their penis on live. On live. She went to Honduras. Oh my God, I could never go there, man. It's crazy over there. They visited an orphanage that was all children that got saved from child sex. Yes. Lights working on them. Jesus. That's why we have so many homeless. The homelessness is going to get worse because the government is targeting poor people and they're going to be losing a lot of their benefits. A lot of people who receive benefits work. So it just, it's a supplement, it's a help because they're not making much money. We all know that housing costs is ridiculous. And so there are going to be more people who lose the benefit. When you lose the benefit, you're losing your housing, you're losing food, you're losing a lot. And so people are going to do what they have to do in order to survive. And I've said, oh, I know what's next. Have you seen some of the wounds? Big holes. It's like eating them alive. Can you imagine the closest hospital and what those nurses go through and doctors? We have so many homeless people due to mental health. Absolutely. But what came first, the mental health or the drugs? Usually the mental health. Recession will be a joke compared to what's coming. I agree with that. It's the truth, Barbara. It is what it is. What it is. People picking worms from wounds. It's horrible, 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 and it's not getting any better. Even with their needle exchange programs, which I'm not a fan of, needle exchange programs. That's not doing anything. That's not decreasing the usage. Animal trach, trank they call it. Now they got rhino. Oh my god! Could you imagine put something in your body that was made for a rhinoceros? A rhinoceros? Oh my god! Oh my god! I mean, literally, go watch those their live feeds. You might even see a body, honey, because people is OD. I saw this guy. No, a girl. She OD on live. You think anybody tried to help her? They robbed her right on live. Robbed her. And then when somebody finally came who knew her, they couldn't wake her up. I don't know if she died or not. But yeah, watch it. People bent over, people missing arms and legs. It's horrible. Tend to pass out and cut off circulation. Oh, oh. Rhino train. Oh my God. They must be breaking into the zoos. I remember when they was breaking into, there was a mortuaries when they was using wet, when wet was a thing, when they would take weed and then dip it in embalming fluid. They called it wet. They was breaking into mortuaries. Ladies, don't ever pick up notes on your car or money on the floor. Oh my God. Where would you find something like that? Um, just go. Oh, if you want to see Kensington, just go on Kensington live feed. Why is my face naturally angry? I'm not even gonna say it. I'm trying to be nice tonight. Let me just let you go. I'll talk to you later. I'll talk to you later. I work with boys and girls that were rescued from sex trafficking out of Philly and New York. I think what made me most, I mean, I was, hearing their stories and, them processing everything that happened to them. But the fact that they never made any money, they literally had to turn over every nickel to the pimp. I was like, you got nothing? Nothing? And you service 30 men and women? And you got nothing? Nothing. Nothing. Right there, I would have ran away. Bitch. Ain't no way. Oh, wow, that has to be a hard. It was. It was because they were kids, like 12 to 17, that have been. And the way that the sex trafficking is working, it's not like the old school thinking, like, you're at the bus stop, a young runaway, and then, the pimp comes up and nah, they got a whole nother way of operation that these kids don't even see it coming. They have no idea. You work with special needs kids? I've done that. By artists. By boo. Elon was doing that. It explains why he. Wait, who? Elon? The immigrant? You talking about Elon the immigrant? Because he's an immigrant. Elon from South Africa? Ketamine. Oh my God. You know how many clients that left? Like, I was working with different psychiatrists and they came in on this ketamine kick. Like last year, like, oh, I think I need ketamine. Ketamine needs nuts. You ain't getting shit. I will not be subscribed to you at this time or tap on your screen. Sorry, bye, artist shit. Let me help you out. Nobody gives a fuck. Damn. Working in psychology, I got so sick I had to end my career. Oh no. I'm kind of out of it too, honestly. I teach now. There are a lot of ketamine clinics in New Jersey. I know. I'm not a fan of methadone clinics either, even though I've worked for one. I'm not a big fan of methadone, Suboxone, none of that. But I know it helps a lot of people. But they also depend on it, just like they depended on their opiates. I know HM, isn't it as simple as that, but so much more layered than that? When Ronald Reagan's wife said, just say no to drugs, and everybody was like, you simple bitch. It was true, like, in its simplest form, although we know so many different reasons why people end up using. Just if you don't pick up, I promise you, you're going to have a better life. Was that big these days? It is. It's getting there. A lot of psychiatrists are not fucking with it. But then you have some who are. I only seen people who are drug seekers want it. That's how I know they're getting high. That's like when they drug seek Ativan or Xannies. Even though Xanax is the best medicine on the market for anxiety, it's just addicting. Can't get addicted to it. But it's the best. Methadone, that they take you off one drug and put you. Methadone does change your life as far as you ain't out in the street selling your ass usually on methadone. You're not operating the same way you did when you were on straight opiates. So methadone is a good option for a lot of people, but I'm more old school, like NA, mindset and way of thinking about treatment. And so I say, no to none of that shit. Schizoaffective disorder is it's life changing and lifelong. I have a family member newly diagnosed schizoaffective. Schizoaffective is probably difficult to treat just because people don't want to stay in treatment. You know, when they decline, they're going to hear voices. They're going to be delusional. They're going to hallucinate, possibly. They're going to have a flat affect. They're going to be sad. They're going to be depressed. It's a lot. Now, see how GD talking to me right now? He's disrespectful as fuck. Now, I can click and figure out who he is, but I'm not going to do that because I don't have time. So I'm just going to say goodbye and kiss my ass. Oh, my God. Well, guys, I agree, counselor. It's tough. Anybody who says any schizo anything, it's very difficult disorder to treat. But it's better than it was. We have way better medications on the market now. We got good shit on the market now. Hi, Richard. We got really good medications on the market now to treat schizophrenia. They just got to be willing to come in and get their shot. I usually get them in there, though. They got to be willing to take their shots. It's better in shot form to treat schizophrenia. Struggle to take meds. They don't take meds because a lot of times they're paranoid about the medication. They think it's poison, all of that shit. So they don't want to take meds. My schizophrenics that I've treated, I convince them to get the shots. Is schizophrenic and has court-ordered medication because she... Damn, Tina, shit. I did block her. I I couldn't live with a schizophrenic in my house. I couldn't. I could not live with a schizophrenic. I absolutely couldn't. I feel so bad for families who have to endure that. It's some types of autism that I couldn't tolerate. I could not tolerate it. I couldn't tolerate it. Now I don't know how I feel if I had a child that way. I just some of the things that people go through with children who are autistic, most people couldn't manage it for a day. They go through hell, especially when they're boys and they're aggressive. It's horrible. No, courts can't do that. They can't mandate meds. They can tell you to go to therapy and all that, but you can't make people take meds. These trolls and other live streams and block them because I can't see any of the comments you're talking about. Oh, okay. You probably blocked them from your channel if you have a channel. I'm not discriminating against schizophrenics. I'm just saying that it's hard to treat a schizophrenic. I know because I've treated them for 30 years. I know what it is. I love me a good old schizophrenic when they stable, when they on their meds. But when they untreated and declining, they're going straight to the hospital. Straight to the hospital. But I love me a good old schizophrenic. They funny. Untreated mental illness. Oh yeah. Your mom. Yeah. Oh God. You know a lot of autistic. Even when we're dealing with adult autism and them not understanding social norms can get them locked up because they don't see social norms. Like they don't see it in the same way that we do. And so it can get them in a lot of trouble. Lydia, I get it. I just saw this girl, a mom on TikTok, and she's an advocate for kids with autism. But one day she posted and she just lost her shit. And she was just like, I just can't take this shit no more. I can't take it anymore. She was like, I'm just jealous of my friends whose kids aren't autistic. I just can't take it. I'm like, girl, I think I know what you're talking about. True crime stories where schizophrenics killed their family members. And you know, all and usually that's what they put out there about schizophrenics, that they're dangerous. In most cases, schizophrenics are not dangerous. They're more dangerous to themselves than anyone else. They say weird, wacky shit and make people afraid of them because they say things that are off, but they're not dangerous like that. Anybody can kill anybody. Stability is the key, Tina. You're right. If they're not stable and they're on drugs or alcohol, then I can't promise you what they would do. Love, but grandma needs your grandson needs meds. Take him somewhere and get him some meds. Diddy has APD, so he can't change. It's a personality to Diddy Diddy is a sexual deviant. He doesn't act out on children, which gives him a little bit of a chance to change the behavior. I think with intensive therapy and him figuring out why he do what he do, he got a little bit of a chance to change. He got a little bit. He tried for a 17-year-old girl. Did she look 18? That wasn't his audience. That wasn't his target. Versus R. Kelly, who like pre-adolescent and adolescent girls. That is a big difference. You can't get that shit out their head. You can't get it out their head. And it's hard to know about these diagnoses because the book which labels them is not scientifically backed up. It's backed up enough. It's backed up enough. I use it as a peer reviewed book, a scholarly book. It's really a treatment guide. The DSM-5 is like a treatment guide, and we need that in our field. We need that. Well, insurance companies not they if you don't have a DSM-5 diagnosis, you ain't getting paid for shit. So you gotta have that DSM-5 diagnosis. Assault charges are coming. Victims are suing. We'll see, but that just wasn't it. It was he's more of a sexual deviant, which can be sexual deviance can be, they can get worse. And I think over the years he did get worse. Just come up with stuff out of thin air. There's a lot of research in DSM-5. There's been that's why it only comes out. They only update it. It needs to be updated again, honestly. It needs to be updated again because the auxiliary guide is like this thick with all this new shit. It needs to be updated again because he has powerful people. He does. Oh, he like freaky shit. I'm telling you, he's a sexual deviant. He's weird. You're welcome, Douglasville. The Whittakers are very interesting. I want to talk more about the psychology behind the Whittakers, but I know people don't really want to hear that. They like the sensational stuff, which has always been an issue with my channel because if I want to talk more about the psychology of whoever I'm talking about, people are really not interested in that. So I do have a backup channel where I do more of that type of content. I really just started, but hi, Lady K. What do you think psychology of the Whittaker? I think I am gonna do that video because I was just like researching like to think about doing that video. BJ is a disgrace. BJ is a drug addict, um, who grew up in great poverty. You know, I think I am gonna do it, Lady K. I missed the Whittaker update. Did you talk about the girl, Delina? I am going to talk about that. I heard Patrick got them. It's got them the SUV. Listen, I know how poor people. I know poor people have to do what they have to do to survive. But when you have this many people knowing your business, you have so many people that's willing to snitch. Having a vehicle that you don't report to welfare is fraud. It's fraud. Thank you, AC. It's fraud. That's why they're going to keep the vehicle in Patrick's name. It's like you literally are telling the world that you're committing fraud. People talk too fucking much. Patrick didn't have to tell us that. They didn't have to put Betty in the video driving the car or sitting in the passenger seat. It's fraud. It's fraud. Why you... I'm like, y'all talk too much. You talk too much. That's why Mark was discreet about money as far as keeping it in, keeping it over there. So it wasn't attached to them. And now they're on screen. I want my 20,000. I want my... Come on. That 20,000 going to get you a fraud charge. And the way the government is operating now, they want to lock somebody up for fraud under welfare regs. It's fraud. I mean, you can have assets, but when you have assets, you lose benefits. Coming from inbreeding, but you know what too? The inbreeding part, when people talk about, Mark used inbreeding in his title as clickbait. The Whittakers never confirmed or denied that they were inbred. Now, inbred for two cousins, first cousins, I don't know if that is the reason why, they have the disabilities that they have. I've seen people have daughters have babies by their birth fathers, and the children aren't disabled in that way. It's just the fraud, and it's fraud. It's fraud. They want universal basic income to get rid of welfare and housing. Good luck with that. They have a pair of grandparents who were brothers. Right. And then the two cousins from the grandparents had children. It's all coached. Bruh, they're 100% inbred. You think 100%? 100% inbred to me is father-daughter. When you get into the cousins, father-daughter, uh, mama, son, cousins, do you think they'll prosecute her given intellectual compassion? Yes. 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 I had to fight a case with a client who has similar issues, intellectual disability, type client. But she had some fraud going on, which I told her, you can't do this. You're not allowed to do this. But she had other people telling her she could. She was about to lose housing, welfare, all that shit. And it was over something, in my opinion, was stupid. But it was still considered fraud. God bless all the people of the world who fit the category of the Whittakers. Y'all, this light is burning me up. Let me see now. I would like to see the state do a DNA test on all the men in the house. Okay? Yeah. I'll be live tonight around 10:30. Oh, God. Okay, Cheap Scratch. Do we know you? For you to be coming, you got to ask me to advertise over here, bro. You got to ask me. That might have cost you. You should have put that in the super chat, bro. You should have put that in the super chat, honey. Then we could have talked. You could have super chat me that. Now I got to take you out of here. The fuck? And they really fucked up. I bet Kenny is Timmy's mom. Okay. Somebody is. Somebody is. At least give Timmy a DNA so we can know who his dad is. His dad might be sitting right on that porch with him. Accused Larry and Kenny of being his dad. I know, but they claim it's some man that lived down the street. I wonder if it's they say it's a man that lived down the street. But then they all start giggling about it. Even though they said Lorraine was great. I mean, they could look alike because they are kinfolk, so they could look alike. It's easy to blame the dead. Exactly. But Kenny favors Timmy. They all look like Timmy. That man down the street went to prison for it. Right. Mark didn't ask the next question. Like, after somebody tells me that they were great or somebody, she's literally sitting right there. I would have been like, did he go to prison? Was he ever prosecuted? Mark just started, oh, you look pretty, Lorraine. Man, that grape Lorraine isn't. Everybody seems to just want to leave it alone. They just like, it happened. At least he ain't put 10 babies in her. As we all know that happens too. Oh, well, guys, I got to go. I'm taking the bus to Atlantic City tomorrow. And my bus driver, Ivan, he leaves at 8 o'clock in the morning. And he don't play with us like that. I am a therapist. I'm retired, though. I don't do it anymore. I teach. Up and coming therapists. By the time they take my classes, I don't think they want to be therapists no more. I be telling them, yeah, well, this time I almost got stabbed. And that time my coworker got kidnapped. I had to go find her. And then another time, they like, the fuck? And a doctor I work for got stabbed 42 times. I'm going to give it to you real, baby. This ain't easy. You ain't going to get no cushy office and talk to some woman about her perimenopause. You might, but the real deal is coming in there high, drug seeking, paranoid, all that. I'm a retired teacher and nanny. I raised around 200 children. My God, today, girl, you should open up a channel. Thank you, HM. I laugh at everything, girl. I laugh at a funeral. I swear I do. I have MS and fibromyalgia. Oh my God. That's painful. Thank y'all for coming in. Have a good night. Be blessed. What's eating you? I hope this video found you a great mental health. Bye, y'all.